Well, good morning, everybody. I wish I could say it was a good Friday morning, but it's really not. We got the sprinkler system going yesterday, and I left it running all night last night. And we have a little bit of an issue this morning. I'm just thankful that Quakey tree isn't broken clear off, but it sure is weighted down with ice. Yeah, so is this one. Now, you know what? That ice will probably kill those leaves, because look at the end of it there already. It's turned black already. So, yeah, we got a problem. Welcome to another day in the life of the farm. I'm Farmer Dave here at Nelson Creek Farms. Now that the sun is up a little higher, maybe you can see that tree. The trunk is right there, and it's all bent over because of the ice. There's ice on those limbs on that little willow. You can see that, and I don't know if it'll show up on that tree or not. All of the ice on the limbs. Get right in close there. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, that tree and the other little one over there is going to have issues, I think. And when I got up at 6 o'clock out here, it said 35 degrees. Well, now that it's a little bit later in the day, it says a nice whopping 30 at, what is it? About 10 to 7. Yeah, so it's gotten colder. I don't know how well that shows up, but I found a big dragonfly sitting on the driveway this morning. He's intact, he's alive, but it was so darn cold. The poor thing is probably about half froze to death. So I'm setting him out here on some limbs of the hazelnut, or going to try to, so he can warm up. Let me come around this way. Well, maybe I'll just have to dump him off somehow or another. Anyway, there he is. So we get his bum up here on a limb. So now maybe he can warm up and he'll be all right. Yeah. Guess I am an old softy after all. I had made a comment some time ago about having to check my water 2 or 3 times a day, and that is why. A little piddly garden hose amount right there. The hired men for the guy that's farming the place next door just love to put grass and weeds and other junk in my gate opening to plug it up more. Yeah, and I think they do it on purpose, that way they can get more water supposedly. However, this doesn't look like fresh stuff. This looks more like that stuff that's been sinking. So but yeah, if I don't check that thing 2 or 3 times a day, I end up with no water. Yeah, that's a little bit better right there. Yeah, I went to move my sprinklers and noticed that the pond wasn't as full as it used to be. And it should have been getting fuller with only 2 sprinklers running. So, yeah, I knew I had a problem. So, good thing I wasn't working today in town, so I could come up here and unplug that and check it and get my water running again. But it sure seems odd. It's the same type of plug 2 or 3 times a day some days when these guys are pushing, trying to get water across their fields. Now, yeah, I gotta, every time I see their little white pickup up here with a little yellow bubblegum machine on top, I come running after they leave. And sure enough, my gate's plugged up every time. The bad thing about all that, getting that plugged up, is I had found the perfect piece of heavy gauge steel to put in there to help act as a screen. Now, that got used for another purpose, so I'm out a real nice piece of metal. It was flat, it was smooth, so the trash wouldn't get hung up on it and would go down the other way. So yeah, I'm kind of screwed, and I got to find myself another piece of metal, and expanded metal won't work. It's too rough and it will catch all of the junks. I was going to show you a new little Gizmo Gadget, whatever you want to call it, that I got for the tractor, but sometimes, as you know, wheels get to spinning and you don't get any traction. Today was one of those days. So what I had is right here. I ordered a kit of 8 spacers. Right there, it goes on top of those holes, and a 4-hole fender extension that sits right up here. And then the clamshell fender bolts on out here or however you want it. You can see over here on this side, I just have 2 bolts holding it in right there, because the other holes are either plugged up, stripped out, or bolt broken off. So yeah, now I have a problem on this side, and I do on that side. It is called stripped out holes here and here. It's supposed to be a 1/2 inch, pardon my hand, 1/2 inch by 13 thread. This one barely catches. That one just about all drops clear down to the bottom, so that's going to have to get drilled out and made bigger. That one came out okay right there, so that one and this one could maybe be saved. This one's probably okay, but I hadn't planned on using that one. Besides, its corresponding bolt or hole has got a bolt broke off in it, and of course I got a bolt that broke off in there because it's been in there for so long it rusted in. So yeah, in order to get that drilled out and fixed, all of this hardware for holding on the drawbar has got to come off, so I can get in there and get a wrench on that, try pulling that out or drill it or whatever. So yeah, I'm suddenly thinking that's more work than it was worth. It's looking to be a good morning so far. The sprinklers are up and running, and if we wander over here by the duck pond, it is almost full this morning, and we still have water running. So things are looking pretty good. So we're going to let everything run the way it is today, and yeah, we'll wander off to town and do some work there, and let this just water the ground up around here. So yeah, it's another cold morning today, so I'm a little bit bundled up, wishing I was inside where it's warmer. You all have a great day, and don't forget, right down there, click on the subscribe button. Catch you later. I'm Farmer Dave.